Hey guys, it's Kieran with Server.pro, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to set up this combat logging plugin on your server so that you can just prevent people from doing certain things when they PvP. As you can see here is a little demonstration. I've logged in and just hit someone, and you can see that it's counting down at the top. It's got a nice little scoreboard on the right and a little bar at the bottom also, and it adds some nice features to the chat. And as you can see, if I try to open the chat, it prevents me from doing that, and if I try to leave the game, it also prevents me from doing that. So it's a fantastic little plugin. So today I'll be teaching you how to install this and set it up. So let's get straight into it. So the first thing that we need to do is install the plugin. Now this plugin is slightly more complicated than normal plugins, as it has some expansion packs, as you can see here, which allows it to link into other plugins to add some useful features to the game. So because of this, we have to download the file onto our computer first. So there'll be a link to this page in the description down below, and then once you're on it, click this download now button, and then this will download a .zip. So download this anywhere on your computer and then click save. Then once you've done this, go to the control panel for your Minecraft server and let's stop our server. So you can do that with the power button just in the top left. Then once it's offline, go to the Files tab on the left hand side, then go into the Plugins folder. And then we're going to upload the file that we just downloaded. So click the Upload Files button right here, and then select Files, and then choose the file that we just downloaded and upload it. Then once it's uploaded, highlight the file, and we're going to need to extract the file. So you just need to select Unpack Archive here, and that will uncover a folder. So before we start the server, go ahead and delete the .zip that we just uploaded, and then go inside of the CombatLogX folder, then Expansions, and then just check that all of these .jar files are here. Now these are the expansion.jar files that allow CombatLog to link into other plugins. So if you have WorldGuard installed or Factions, it can link into those plugins to provide more features to make CombatLog a better plugin. Now once you've checked that these are all here, you can go ahead and start your server. Now whilst we're here, I'm just going to note you don't have to have these plugins installed. So for example, you don't have to have Factions installed. This expansion just won't load if you don't have the plugin installed. So feel free to leave them all here. You can delete them if you don't want them, but I would recommend leaving them just in case you ever add the plugins in the future. So now that our server has started, we can go ahead and join the server to take a look at the plugin. So as you can see, I've just joined the server, and I'll go ahead and hit the other player that I've also joined the server with, just to check that it's all working, and as you can see, it seems to be functioning perfectly, with the scoreboard on the right, the boss bar at the top and the action bar at the bottom, and I can't open the chat, and I also can't open the game menu. So that's fantastic. So now this plugin doesn't actually have any commands in game that I'm aware of. However, we can take a look at the configuration files so we can figure out how the plugin works. So now we've checked that it's working, just wait for your combat log to expire so you can leave the game. And then once you've done that, you can go ahead in the control panel and go back to the Files tab, then Plugins, and then CombatLogX. So firstly, we'll take a very quick look at language.yml. Now this file is basically the language that's used in game, so you can translate this file into your local language if you don't speak English, or you can change the color codes or add some custom messages if you wanted to. These are all the messages that CombatLog displays in game, so feel free to edit these at your own will. I'm not going to go through them as it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you've made any changes to the file though, make sure you click save at the bottom. If you don't click save, the file won't be saved. Now the most important file that we're going to take a look at is the combat.yml file. So these are the main settings for the plugin, so we will run through a few of them during this tutorial. I won't go through all of them as most of them are self-explanatory, but we'll go through the most important ones. So the first one at the top here, broadcast enable message. So when someone starts a combat log by PvPing someone, it will broadcast it in the chat. So you'd simply set this to false if you didn't want it to display the broadcast when someone started PvPing someone. Now the next set of settings is the disabled worlds one. So this can be quite handy if you've got multiple worlds on your server and you only have PvP in say one of those worlds. So you could disable it in all of the other worlds. Now here it's important to make sure that they're capitalized correctly. So if your world was called world just lowercase, you'd need to do it like that to make sure combat log is disabled in that world. Or if say it had a capital R, you'd need to make sure it was like that to make sure it's functioning properly. Now next is the combat timer. So this is probably one of the most important settings of the plugin. This is basically how long the combat log lasts. Now I think 30 seconds is quite long, so I'm actually going to change it to 10 for my server personally. Now next, we're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom here near cheat prevention. So this is where you're able to change whether people prevent opening inventories or auto close inventories. So as you can see before, when I tried to open the chat, it would close the chat straight away. So it's a similar thing for inventories. So you can do that here, and then it's got multiple other things beneath that too. Now further down in the configuration file, you can change the blocked commands. So if you have the chat enabled so that people can type in the chat, you can disable these commands from working. And then you can add your own as well. So say if you had, I don't know, a custom command, just for example, just put in maybe Server.pro, and you could add that there, and then when they're in the combat log, they'd no longer be able to type that command. And again, you can remove these if you wanted to. So if you wanted them to be able to type /spawn, you can just remove that and then they'd be able to. Now further down we have the punishment settings. So if you have it enabled so that players can leave the game, or if they force quit Minecraft for example, and their player actually leaves the game while they're in a combat log, you can decide what happens to them here. So by default you can see it's set to take £100 or dollars or whatever your currency is from the player, and it will send a message, and it will also kill the player at the same time. So you can configure this to be whatever you want. You can add your own commands here. It's completely up to you however you do it. These commands are set up, I believe, for the plugin Essentials. So if you don't have Essentials installed, these commands obviously won't run, as Eco is from Essentials and so is Mail. But as I mentioned, you can set these up to whatever commands you want. So if you wanted it to be say instead, you could put say, and then that would broadcast that to the entire server. So that's the combat.yml file, a brief overview. So again, once you've made any changes, click Save File and restart your server with the button here in the top left, and that will apply all the changes. So once you've made all the changes, you can go ahead and join the server to take a look at the changes in game and make sure they're all working correctly. Now that's how you set up the CombatLogX plugin. It's a fantastic plugin. Now if you have any trouble setting this plugin up or installing it, feel free to contact our support. You can contact them on our website just like so, send us a message and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, feel free to comment down below with any suggestions for new tutorials that you'd like to see in the future, and make sure you follow us on Twitter to keep up to date with all of our giveaways and so on that we run. Now thank you for watching, I hope that you have a fantastic day, goodbye.